Welcome back to Donuts in Space and part 8 of the HMS Kent build. We had a little snafu with the base. Unfortunately, we had 2 leaks. One in this corner and then one in that corner underside. And the only way that I could actually plug those leaks up was to actually pour the resin out the base, back into the jug, and then flip the whole thing upside down, wipe away as much of the resin as I could, and then just basically go under it with a hot glue to do that, and then wait for it to dry. And then I just basically poured in half the amount of resin just to make sure that it wasn't going to leak again, and then left that for half an hour and then came back and poured the rest in. I mean, luckily enough, this resin, even though it says that, you know, you've got a working time of 90 minutes, I on both occasions found that there was enough drying time, or sorry, there was enough working time, should I say, for at least 6 hours. So, you know, I could have taken my sweet merry time over it, really. But yeah, it's kind of made a bit of a mess of the base as well, where I've kind of had to upend the base to get the resin out. It's kind of put resin absolutely everywhere down this side here and a little bit there too. So I think this base is going to actually need to be sanded down. I'll try and get the resin off, but it's most probably going to pull the paint up off of this too at the same time. But I'll try my bestest and see if we can. If not, I'll just sand it down and then repaint it black again. I think that's the only way that we can do that, to be fair. But apart from that, it's not looking too bad. This is in, it's dry. So, you know, happy with that, really, to be fair. There's a little bit of dust on it for some reason. I don't know why, because it's actually been sitting under a protective cover. But hey ho, these things happen. Some of that you'll most probably not see. Any dust that does stick to the surface is not going to be seen anyway, because we've got a few more layers to go on top of that. So yeah, the other thing I have noticed actually as well, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but I've kind of, let's see if we can get that in light properly. Can you see that there? Let's have a look. Yes, you can just about now. I've got the light on. The actual hull, just there on the front, is sticking out, and I'm not sure why that would be the case. I obviously didn't do the line thick enough. I didn't do the plimsoll line thick enough on that, so that's actually sticking through, which is a shame. But I can get away with that because I was going to do this in relatively a high speed anyway. I was going to do the sort of flank speed, or whatever the Navy call it. You know, it's where the old lady picks her skirt up and just goes. So you're going to have lots of at that end and lots of at that end as well, and quite a bit of down the sides. So that should hopefully negate that bit there. By the time that's in and then it's all painted white for the frothy bits, etc., that should cover all of that up. And you know, I'll put some fairly big waves around all over the place. Well, not huge waves, but I'll put waves all around the place as well, and that should, keep fingers crossed like that, should look okay. So that's not looking too bad. So quite happy with that, to be fair, apart from that mess. So all I need to do now, just to protect this whilst I'm still working on the ship, is I just put the painter's tape over the top of that, and that'll be fine. And that painter's tape actually should lift up all of this crap that's on there anyway. So I don't know how that got in there, because the cover was over it whilst it was curing. This I actually left, I think, for must have been about 4 or 5 days before I did anything to it. In the meantime, I've just been getting on doing other little bits and pieces to the kit. So let me just move this out the way and put it back in its rightful place. There we go, that's in. So the other bits that I've been up to is taking a bit of time. We bring me little stand out. Let's move that out of the way. So we've got the Sea Sparrow, I think they're Sea Sparrow, I think they're torpedoes. I can't remember, to be fair. But they've been completed. Well, they just need to be painted now, and they'll be fine. We've got the main deck gun painted as well. We've got the barrel painted in the black, so that's all done and ready to go in. We've also got the photo etch done for the main radar mast. That was a pain in the bum to do, because that's just all the different many little angles on that. Yeah, it's a pain in the bum. We've also got this one done as well, and again we got the photo etch on that. I painted that black thinking it needed to be black, and wasn't really looking at the instructions, but that needs to be painted in grey, so that won't take too much to do. I mean, these parts need to be redone, that's why I just put them all together. So I thought, well, I'll just paint them all in one go. So that's those two done as well. And then we've got the main radar itself with the photo etch on it, so that's complete, and just needs to wait for this bit to go on top for that bit to fit in, which I can do relatively quickly actually, because that bit's, for all intents and purposes, is actually finished now. So I can actually get that bit on, and once I've got that bit on, then I'll be able to get all of the railings and all of the other antennae that need to go on that mast as well. So that's those bits done. And then on the other, for the other end of the ship, the other mast that we've got this that's been completed as well. So that's got all the photo etch on it. So that's looking good. Happy with that. Again, that just needs another just a quick spray down with the light ghost grey before anything else happens to that. So yeah, that's about it where we are for the moment on that. Yeah, so I'm just going to carry on, get the photo etch on around the bridge sections and around the back decks as well, where all the guns are and all the other little areas where that needs to go, and get the little radar masts and stuff on there as well, and we'll be golden on that one. So that won't be too long before that's finished, to be fair. Just need to buy some more of the water waves and water ripples to do the rest of it, and as I say, we'll be golden. And yeah, I don't think that's going to take much longer to finish up now we've got that bit done. As I say, I just wanted to leave that resin to set for a bit longer than normal because of all the problems that I had with the base. So, you know, I just thought it was worth getting that bit done. So that's it, guys. I'll call it quits on this one, and I will come back to you in part 9. I think it's going to be. Yes, it will be, because I just said that this was part 8. So by default, the next one's got to be part 9. So I'll see you in that one, guys. So until then, thanks for watching, and as always, please do take care.